Congressional Budget Office just released a report to indicate how much the federal government has made off of students who are paying back their student loan debt. Now, of course, there is an interest rate on student loan debt, and currently the interest rate is at 3.4%. And by the way, it's set to double July 1st. This happens every freaking year, and every year we go through the same debate. Should they lower the interest rate? What's going to happen? Anyway, the Obama administration has made $51 billion this year alone based on student loan debt.
Isn't this bizarre? We can't seem to make a profit on anything in this country. The only thing we can make a profit on, and not just a profit, but 51 billion with a B, is off students. That seems to be the only way we can make money. How does that make any sense?
Well, so many students are taking out student loan debt. And look, I want to be fair to the Obama administration because he has done some good things when it comes to student loans. So one thing that Obama wanted to do is make sure to cut out the middleman when it comes to students who want to get a college education. So before Obama stepped in, a lot of students would have to depend on private lenders, let's say big banks, to get their student loans. And those loans had very, very high interest rates. So the Obama administration steps in and they said, look, we are going to offer federal student loans. They've always been available, right? But we're going to offer these student loans at a very low interest rate. And as I mentioned, the interest rate is 3.4%. However, every year on July 1st, there's this huge debate in Congress about whether or not they're going to allow the interest rate to double. And if it doubles, it's a significant amount. I mean, it's a 6.8% interest rate, which is high.
Yeah, on top of the fact that school tuitions just keep going up and up and up.
Exactly.
You know, I went to college in the, let's say, mid to late 90s, and I went to a state school in New York, and it was about $8,000 a year. You go to NYU now, which obviously is a private school, but it probably costs around $45,000 a year. I mean, my education wasn't that much worse. It was pretty decent. I'm doing okay. You know, it's bizarre.
I know.
The money just keeps going up, and then they keep getting into more debt, and then they don't get as good jobs. It's like this never-ending, self-fulfilling prophecy.
So student loan debt has already surpassed credit card debt. It's at $1.1 trillion, which is terrible for our economy because it's acting as an impediment to the economic recovery, right? Because look, if you have this great college education, and even if you have this great job, but you have, let's say, $150,000 in student loan debt, that's going to stop credit card companies or lenders from giving you like a mortgage for a house, for instance, because they're going to say, look, your outstanding debt is just too high. As a result, these college graduates are not able to give back to the economy. They're not able to contribute to the economy. So it's disastrous in that way. But just to give you guys a sense of just how significant the $51 billion is, that's more than the top earning corporations in this country. So ExxonMobil, the nation's most profitable company, reported $44.9 billion in net income last year. Apple recorded $41.7 billion in the 2012 fiscal year, which ended in September. Chevron Corp reported $26.2 billion. So these are huge corporations.
If it's more than Apple and the oil companies, we're talking about a lot of money.
We're talking about a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
So it's something that you should consider, especially when there are reports about the Obama administration going after these students aggressively when it comes to paying back the student loan debt. In fact, the Obama administration is working with Chase to recover the student loan payments, okay? Or JP Morgan specifically, yeah.
Beyond just the financial part of it, which obviously is terrible, when you get out of college and your life is just going, when you are saddled with that, it actually reaches into the rest of your life. I mean, as you said, being unable to get a house as quickly as you should or whatever, these are all things that then they just land on top of you and make your whole existence more difficult. So this isn't just about money, it's actually about sort of the spirit of America, if I can be so bold to say that,
Definitely. I mean, these college graduates are essentially indentured servants, and we have to find a better way to provide a quality education at an affordable price. We need to invest in higher education as opposed to defunding these state schools. I went to a state school, I love the education I got, and thankfully I graduated with my undergrad right before the economic collapse and right before the school got defunded. And it got so bad that I remember, God, I think the tuition at that time was like $3,500 a year. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
And now students are taking out loans left and right to go to that school. It's just not possible anymore.
Maybe we don't have enough advocates that went to state schools that are talking about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have all these people that talk, oh, I went to Ivy League school, and, you know, and they're usually smug, whatever. But look, both of us went to state schools, and we're doing okay. So maybe we need more people to be like, yes, you can get a good education and go to a state school and not walk out and be saddled with something that will ride you through your 20s.